We are back. Good. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We shall continue now. Margot, Tatum, you were discussing the
Yeah.
results of the experiment.
Yes. As I was saying, the blood had a sweet smell to it. It also had a darker hue than normal blood. Usually, it's determined to be, dead blood when it goes dark, but it still had the same consistency and apparently physics to regular blood. So I find that weird. Uh, there was also an interesting result when I injected it into mice, which I'm not sure if it's because of the blood or just because of the mice in general, but it became more active, hyperactive, perhaps. Uh, Also, the weird thing is when I was analyzing it, every time I seemed to mix with some chemical, it, usually I lost part of that sample because it just went bad really quickly. And last thing, which is the most worrisome, is well, when you see a person like that, you expect him to have, some sort of disease. I was expecting some sort of leprosy overhaul or overtune virus or bacteria or something like that. But weirdly enough, when checking out the blood, there was no bioindicators of any sort of infection.
Okay. It didn't
Which is
look not infected.
so he was not affected, but he looked like that.
That shit looked downright bad.
I mean, it's really strange, is it? The
It
fact
is.
that there's some type of targets or opponents that our armor is protecting us against, but we're not told what it is. Like, what are we fighting against? Aliens here? Is this an alien infection?
I have no idea. There was no, like I said, no bioindicator of infection
Okay.
whatsoever.
That just looked like human who had a fucked up week.
Really? Really? Do you look like that when you had a fucked up week? Yeah,
Sometimes.
you look like Adonis compared to him.
I suppose.
As
Look.
you discuss this, eventually there is a knock at the door.
Yeah. Come in.
The door opens, and a rather small man who looks like he's seen better days. He looks very stressed. He looks to you, the three of you, and enters the room with a small blue plastic box. And he speaks up. Uh, are you the current members of the secret team?
Yes.
Okay, I have a message from the CEO. I'm supposed to give you your dosages for tonight.
Yes. Margot reaches out her hand.
The man fumbles around with the box, and eventually you hear a clacking sound. He opens the box. takes a vial, hands it to you,
Mm-hmm.
and then takes a second vial and hands it to Tatum.
Mm-hmm.
And then takes a third vial.
Tatum,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, Tatum grabs the vial.
And then takes a third vial and looks to Rhodes. The boss said that I was supposed to offer you a dosage if you wanted.
I'm doing better now with sleep. It's okay.
Okay, if you say so. I didn't know saying no was an option. And he nervously puts the vial back in the box and says, Right, when you take those dosages, I'm supposed to take the vials back.
Okay. Margot drinks it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Margot empties the vial into her mouth
Okay.
and hands it to him.
The man takes the vial, caps it, puts it in the box, looks at Tatum.
Tatum will do something. So
Oh God.
he's going to open the vial, but he's going to make it so it looks like he accidentally drops some on the floor.
Okay.
Like a dropper.
Make a manipulation and performance roll, please.
Oh God.
And as none of you have dots in performance, difficulty goes up.
Yeah.
None of you are Irish.
I'm going to fail miserably.
It's like you're not that guy. None of you are Iris. Yes, of course. We are not that gal.
Alyssa, please.
Praying to the god, huh?
Nope.
Right. To the
Yeah,
gods.
as you pretend to drop a bit and it falls on the floor, the man watches you and says, "Oh, it's okay. I'll get that." And he reaches into his coat pocket, takes out a handkerchief, and makes sure to get all the liquid off the floor. Bottoms up.
Okay, so he's not looking at me while he's doing that. He's cleaning,
Well, now
right?
he finds you very suspicious. So do whatever the fuck you want right now, but you'll have to
We'll
Weigh
roll,
the consequences later.
you'll have to roll, and he's paying attention.
Fuck.
Margot just looks at you with her mouth shut, just like shaking her head.
Sorry, it's just been very difficult day. I'm very tired. Been
Well, I'm
doing a
sure.
lot of reading.
I'm sure your
Haven't
dosage
been-
will fix that problem for you if you just.
And Tatum will put it in his mouth and, drink some of it to pretend like he drank everything, but leave a little bit under his tongue, perhaps, of the liquid.
Okay. He looks to you and says, "Open your mouth."
I open.
Yeah.
Seriously?
And he starts examining
You
to
sus?
see if you drank it. Are you keeping some of it under your tongue?
No, just to drink everything, I guess. I don't want to make him even more suspicious.
He examines and says, "All right." For a second there, I thought I might have to report you to Kian's boss, but I guess not. Right. That was it. Sorry to bother you. Have a good night. And he closes the box.
As you
And
leave.
Margot,
Yeah.
please make a charisma and performance roll. Because you've been quiet this entire time with your mouth shut, filled with liquid that you haven't drunk. And you usually are the mouthiest one, so...
Listen! Yes! Yeah! One
Okay, what
success.
did she roll?
Yeah, that is one success. So it appears that he's been
I just, Margot basically is just like as if she's back at the computer.
yeah. Because of Tatum's
Distraction.
recent happenings, the man feels
Mischiefs.
like he rooted out the one suspicious party, so he feels pretty satisfied. So it doesn't seem that he picks up on the fact that Margot hasn't spoken this entire time, and he leaves with the closed box with the 2 empty files and the 1 dosage that hasn't been taken.
As he leaves, Margot approaches Tatum, right?
Mhm.
Extends a hand quietly.
Tatum extends his hands, confused a little bit.
Then
Why, Rick,
Margot...
does it look like
Yeah.
she's holding the liquid in her mouth?
I mean, she hasn't spoken this entire time, and given what Tatum tried to do, which was quite obvious to everyone
Yeah,
present,
but Margot basically...
Earl-
you can
Wait,
put
wait,
2
wait,
and
wait.
2 together, basically.
Wait. Margot looks to Tatum, then looks to Rhodes with a warning gaze, and then takes Tatum's hands and just like basically mentions you to follow, because she's basically looking at like where the cameras are. Are there cameras in our room?
There is 1 camera, but while you're here, camera seems to like move once in a while over the room. It doesn't capture the entire office, so you can just do whatever you want while the camera's on the other side.
Basically, when the camera moves to the other side, Margot puts a finger to her lips while looking both at Rose and Tatum. Then she grabs she takes out this small plastic bag, like anything that could basically hold, and spits out a
Rhodes
tiny
has
bit.
like a cup of coffee.
That is basically
And she's-
almost empty at this point.
Yeah. Not cup,
actually-
mug. But yeah.
Actually, she's just gonna take her like glass of water, like empty glass of water or something,
Okay,
or maybe
sure.
plastic. Oh wait, other like is there
There's
like a
a water
dispenser?
cooler, yeah.
Yeah, so she like when the camera looks away, she takes out like a plastic cup, spits out a part of the blood that she held in her mouth. Well, she doesn't know it's blood, but we know. And then swallows the rest.
Okay, so as you spit out a bit of it, you notice... Well, actually, let's see if you notice. Perception and, let's say, science. You should have a good score of this. You're a scientist, so...
Hail Pelese. Lucky for helper.
1, 2 successes.
Are those enough dice? I think you have more than that.
I have 3 dice in
Oh, no.
perception,
Yeah,
4 dice in science.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that
that's noted.
is 1... Yep, that's 2
Two
successes.
successes.
You notice that the liquid previously looked red but slightly see-through, very slightly see-through. It is way more see-through when it comes out of your mouth. It's still sort of reddish, but it's getting to like skin colors of of like red.
Yeah, when you shine the light through your ear.
Mhm. Yeah, for example.
Okay. And Margot hands this glass to Tatum, and then continues. So basically, we have like I've investigated the leads and the shops. We should go there. And she basically, when the if the camera has moved back to her, like them, right?
Mm-hmm.
She reaches out to the cooler again and pours herself a glass of water, right? Drinks it. Well, actually, the first one she hands to Rose, and then she reaches down and grabs another plastic cup of water for herself and drinks it. And while the camera is looking at them, basically says so. She basically relays the information about the lead more in detail, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as the camera starts moving away, she basically mentions like waves at the computers and taps her ears. So
Mm-hmm.
and puts a finger to her mouth and pointing to the cup again.
Yeah. And what did you find?
Yeah, so I propose we go and investigate that. Also, is Tatum still wearing that uniform?
Tatum is wearing the clothes he had once he came back to HQ. He had to take them off in the
Okay.
infirmary to basically get care, but otherwise he's fine.
No. Is he wearing? Because remember, his medical uniform had Persephone.
Yeah, he is. He's wearing it.
Then she points to his uniform, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also taps her ear.
Tatum looks at her and says, "Well, maybe we should also do a little recon, pretending to be civilians. Let's put on some more regular clothes."
I think I'll just keep the armor under.
And Tatum will go and take out a fresh, regular set of clothes, and maybe he will keep just the armor also, but he'll make sure to take out any tech related that could give away and hear what they're talking about.
Okay, so you're not taking Persephone with you.
No.
Got it. Alright. So, I suppose instead of gearing up, you geared down. And you make your
And
way
I just
to...
put some of my clothes. I just put some of my clothes like on top.
Yeah, that's fine.
You said this armor is very
Yeah, it
thin.
is very sleek, so you can put whatever you want on top. It's basically not noticeable unless you know what you're looking for. The only caveat is that the armor does cover your neck quite heavily. So unless you're wearing a turtleneck, that is very visible.
But the armor, I guess, looks like a turtleneck on itself.
Yeah, but made of metal, which is a bit odd.
Okay.
And wear a normal turtleneck on top of it.
Yeah.
You don't understand fashion.
But yeah, you dress yourselves down into civilian passing clothes, and you begin to head out. As you do, I need everyone to make a quick perception, and let's say perception and empathy. No, not empathy. Okay, you can choose perception, empathy, or perception and politics.
I'm gonna choose empathy.
Empathy, just because I don't have politics.
Yeah,
Either way,
these things
our
will
roll's
give you
gonna be
very, very different.
I have 2 successes.
Does motives count?
I have a 0.
Okay.
Does motives count to this roll?
Motives.
Yeah.
If you're rolling empathy, yes. Just keep in mind, rolling politics or empathy gives you very different results for this. So, if everyone's rolling empathy, everyone's gonna get the same type of info on this.
I rolled empathy because I don't have politics.
Okay.
And it's 0.
I got 0 as well.
For me, it's 0. Yeah.
Okay, and Margot got 2. Not bad.
Yep, 2.
You rolled empathy as well?
Yes.
Okay. So, Margot, as your group is walking out, you spot Kian on your way out, and he's speaking with someone who has their back to you. This gentleman who's almost as tall as Kian, with very slick black hair brushed backwards. He's wearing a very, very, very fine suit. And the body language alone gives you enough information. Whoever this guy is, Kian is speaking to him as if they're equals. The entire time you've known Kian, he's never done that with anyone. And it
I see.
almost feels a bit offensive to assume that someone would be treated that way by him, given how you particularly see him.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And yeah, you guys head to the garage. Which car are you taking? Company car, mind you. Or are you taking one of your personal vehicles?
I can take my car.
Okay.
Sure.
Let me... Okay. And... Yeah. You drive out to the new location you have to examine. It takes you a while to get there. As you drive out, do you speak at all?
Once we're out of the buildings, I look to Tatum. Did you manage to store it somehow?
And will Tatum have like a spare little small vial? You had put it in, since he had
I'll
the
roll
equipment.
for it. I'll roll for it because you had the equipment, and you did dress down after obtaining the sample. So I'm gonna roll real quick. Okay. You managed to very, very, very covertly, though it was kind of a very nervous moment for you. You managed to covertly put it in a small vial, that the same type of vial you used to take the samples. You managed to put it in a very small vial and hide it in one of your pockets as you headed out.
Tatum just nods at her.
Okay, guys.
And if
Please, if you want to investigate it, I guess you'll have to do it outside of the building. Because you were inspected. The only other person who took blood was me. I need this job. I need this job more than I need to know exactly what it is. Okay.
sure, I'll make sure that they don't know there was you that handed me the sample.
There was nobody else who could.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
basically, keep it out of the building now.
Of course.
Okay, this is also why I took my personal car. I hope we're not going to get into another trouble and have one of those freaks following me or something. Because I don't know if their cars are, like, mic'd. It feels wrong, what we do. Well, with the whole sneaking about. I don't know.
I don't know. The whole bullshit with Tim's. I don't like it. Put it simply.
Well, let's go. Here's to hoping that our next spot isn't gonna have some weird monster again.
It's fucking not.
All right.
I do have the gun though with me. The gun's with me.
Oh, so you
And I
brought your
replaced
gun.
the taser. I do have my gun. It's my personal gun.
Okay, got it.
Hell yeah.
America.
Merc.
So,
I exercise my First Amendment rights.
Second.
Excuse me, lady. First Amendment is talking shit and not getting shit for it.
Second Amendment.
Uh,
Right
like-
to bear arms.
Second
this
Amendment is your gun.
Excuse me. Me saying that me carrying my gun is my First Amendment rights is also exercising me my First Amendment rights to talk about the Second Amendment like it's the First Amendment.
I see. The actual First Amendment. Got it. Anyway. You...
so
I like
Tatum will ask for you to drop him off so he can give a quick look as you guys are going to check out. Whatever.
We'll just wait for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Like it's
so-
best to be in bigger
Who got
groups.
nuts in a car? Who gonna miss us anyway?
Cop walks by, gives you a pleasant smile and wave. You just go... Too suspicious.
Nah.
Better not risk it.
Nah, pistol is like too little.
Oh, my internet is lagging.
Mine is okay, so it might be on your end this time.
Okay, let me just like I'm gonna reconnect to the call quickly.
Mm-hmm. So, as Margot is taking care of some technical difficulties.
I've taken care of them.
Okay. So, Tatum, you exit the car. What do you do?
He's going to go to his place of work, which has equipment for him to analyze whatever they're giving them.
All right. Is this at your place of work, or would you have some stuff at your own home?
Probably at my own place.
Okay. Just to warn you, if you do this at your own home, I will up the difficulty slightly, because you don't... I would have a very hard time accepting that you have an entire working lab at your home. So you do have some equipment there, definitely. But you probably wouldn't have an entire functioning laboratory worth of equipment.
Yeah, okay, then it can be my workplace,
Okay.
my regular workplace.
Yeah. Well, you have the keys to access it, so you open it up, head inside, and you begin examining the sample. Would you do me the courtesy of rolling intelligence and medicine this time, since you're taking your time?
Okay. Illicit? Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Okay. So, after examining it, taking your time and examining this as carefully as you can, you come to the conclusion that whatever this is, like, almost undoubtedly, this thing will slowly kill you. It looks like it has all the hallmarks of being something that is carcinogenic as fuck.
Okay.
Namely, you find basically nothing that would confirm... Well, that would confirm what you suspected. Perhaps that this might have some blood derivative added to it. You find nothing that would indicate that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, after you make all of these tests, you head back to the car with your buddies.
So,
I believe we should probably stop drinking this. As much as helps us, it could also, with long-term usage, kill us.
didn't he say we need to take it 3 times, and then we don't need it for a long while.
Yeah, but he also didn't mention all the side effects to us, so
Yeah, but I'm now thinking, like, look, if both of us say no tomorrow, after the shit you pulled today, it's gonna be suspicious.
we could just say that we could just not show up tomorrow saying we're following a lead, perhaps. That
I
would
mean,
buy
and
us.
then we show up, and then we show up on the 4th day, and we get the 3rd dosage. He just said that it's 3 dosages on 3 separate nights.
Mm,
So what I mean is, basically, Margot like hits the fucking wheel as she's the driver's wheel as she's continuing driving in frustration. Look, it makes sense if you don't drink another one after today, right?
yeah.
I'll have to drink it. Safest would be for us both to take the 3rd dosage and then just never take it again. Even when it wears off and whatever.
Mm,
Because look, I didn't have any incidents. If we both don't drink it, it's suspicious.
sure. Well, then let's go with the plan. I guess I'll not take it, but I guess you will.
Well,
I-
look, I think
Fine, fit.
personally it's best for both of us to take it. And you just not take it. Because that's gonna be least suspicious. Because, you know, what if you still manage to, like, keep some of the stuff in your mouth, whatever.
Yeah, but he'll probably check me at least.
Yes, he'll check you and he'll maybe check me. What I mean is that if you don't take it, and I don't take it after the 3rd dosage anymore, it could, like, you know, like, seems that we've managed to figure out what it is. Do you understand?
True. How
But
should
then
we
again,
proceed?
we also, well, I don't know. Either way, I'll have to drink it tomorrow. Up to you what you do. Like I
Okay.
said.
I find it way too suspicious of whatever the contents of this actually are that are so beneficial that, well, it isn't out to the public. It's just, imagine how much money they will make. So it's probably not because of, not getting profit, but something else. So I still haven't figured out yet with that small sample you got me.
Yeah, I mean, it also changed a lot after being in my mouth. You've seen how the color changed, right?
Yeah. Very weird. Very weird.
At this point, you approach the location you plan to investigate. It is within, well, not within, right at the entrance of a mall. And at this point, the mall is basically mostly abandoned. The only real operating businesses are right at the entrance. This is one of them. And it's right on the edge of where things don't really function anymore. Where would you like to stop the car, if at all? And how are you approaching this?
We'll stop the car a bit away.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you continue driving for like a minute before you park, and then you make your way back to the mall on foot. What gear are you bringing with you? Are you bringing guns with you, or are you
Concealed.
okay?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Margot, since you are concealing your weapon, just roll me a manipulation and firearms, please.
Ah, yes, one of my best dice pulls.
That's why I asked for it.
Actually,
That's
it
3
is.
successes.
All right. So you managed to, like, put it in the midst of your outfit in a position where it's not really, like, it doesn't really stand out. Maybe it makes you look a bit more out of shape than you actually are, but that's about it. Rhodes, are you taking your gun with you? Yeah? Hidden
I
on rear?
have holster for that shit.
Okay, so with Ultra, it's gonna be visible. Do you want to conceal it at all, or not?
No, it's just conceal carry holster. California
Okay.
is conceal carry only.
Okay, so since you have a proper holster for it, I'll have you make the same roll, but it's I'm gonna bump down the difficulty a little.
Actually, it's like my second best roll I can do in this game. So,
Go on.
oh no, but like third. Appelese.
Watch him roll all ones.
Watch him rolling. That.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Or 3.
That is
Two.
3
Two,
successes.
for sure.
No, two. It's
2 ain't the
Sorry,
difficulty
sorry.
for sure.
I didn't see the one.
Yeah.
So you both managed to put your weapons quite in a concealed position. Again, it might make you look a bit more out of shape than you actually are, but that's about it. Otherwise, it's very concealed. Unless someone searches you quite thoroughly, you're gonna be fine. Tatum, do you have a weapon with you, and are you bringing it?
No, he does not have a weapon on him. He
Okay.
is not bringing. He is bringing some first aid kits just in case, but no weapons.
Are they concealed?
He's going to conceal.
All right. In that case, for that, let's follow the just to be fair. Let's follow the same pattern. Manipulation, medicine, please.
Mm-hmm. The dice gods are not with me today. I will admit this for everyone already.
RN Jesus has
Not used to
abandoned
be
you.
a weak human.
Oh,
Pride
never
of the god.
fucking mind. Never fucking mind. Yeah, you managed to conceal it quite successfully, as successfully as the others.
The
And-
dice gods have pity.
For now. Just wait
For
for the
now.
first combat roll. Right. And as you conceal this gear somewhere in your outfits, you begin to head closer and closer to the shop. What is your plan?
We have no plan right now.
Beautiful. Best
Our
way
plan
to
is no
approach.
plan.
Best way to approach the situation. So, tell me what you do. Do you just go in?
Yep.
Let's see if there's back door.
All right. So, is it fair to assume that Margot is heading in through the front as if she's minding her own business, and Rhodes is doing a bit
Yeah.
of scouting outside?
Yep.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tatum, who are you joining, or are you doing your own thing?
I'm gonna follow them for now until
specifically?
there's something that needs to be investigated while they're running around doing something else.
Okay, but are you going with Margot or with Rhodes?
Let's go with Margot.
Okay. So, Rhodes, you can make me a perception and streetwise. Or not streetwise, perception and larceny. And Margot and Tatum. You approach the front of the shop. Looking inside, you see no one really at the counter. The shop is open, from what you can tell. It's just there's no one really working the counter right now. There are a few electronics on display, but valuable stuff is behind the counter, from what you see.
Mm. So, what exactly are we looking for?
Anything? I mean, last time we also started with nothing, you know?
Well, then probably not the front door. Maybe in through the back, more behind the counter. And Tatum will try to check the back of the counter if there's anything like hidden switch or something.
So you make your way
Is,
into the shop straight away.
Yeah, he walks in quietly, making sure
It's
there's
open.
no.
Well,
Is it open?
You try the door. It opens, and as it does, you hear sort of an electronic dun dun, and you make your way inside.
Margot, after giving a look around, follows him.
Mm-hmm. As Margot looks around, eventually the door behind the counter opens, and a man who's a bit disheveled, but looks like he's been working on something in the back, dusts his hands and goes to the counter and simply waits, seeing if you need any assistance.
So this is the same shop that was claimed to be temporarily closed, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Margot just browses the shelves.
All right.
What is on the shelves?
The shelves have some phone cases, some like electronic goods on display, like cables, controllers, and such. Make a quick perception and investigation roll, please. Tatum, what are you doing?
Probably doing the same thing
One success.
Okay.
for now.
Well, you may roll as well. And while the two of you roll, Rhodes, as you try to find your way around back, seeing if there's like a rear entrance to the shop, it kind of escapes you that this is a mall. And so you waste a lot of time just trying to find the back of this specific shop while you're walking around this huge building, really. You eventually, it eventually occurs to you that maybe if you go inside, there's a way to the back from there. But at this point, you've wasted quite a bit of time, so you don't know what the situation with your allies is. Do you continue looking? Okay. So are you joining your allies then? Alright. So you begin to make your way back. In the meantime, we cut back to Tatum and Margot, who, as you look at the goods, you notice two things. Margot, you are quite familiar with tech, so you notice that a lot of these items are outdated at best. There's not a lot of them as well, so this seems like it seems
A front.
yeah, it looks suspicious at best. And the other thing you notice is almost without fail, as you look around and you move items around, almost without fail, every single box, every single item has a layer of dust on top of it.
Okay. She calls out to the guy. Do you have some better, like, hidden cameras or something? Like something I could use as one.
Afraid not, miss. That's all we got. There is another shop down the road. They're probably closed at this time. He looks at his watch. Kind of holds it, looks, and says, "Actually, I should be closing shop now. My apologies. If there's anything I can get you, I can attend to your needs. But if you're just browsing, kindly ask that you return tomorrow." And at this point, Rhodes makes his way in with the electronic dun dun, and as the guy sees Rhodes, he attempts to mask it, but he quite visibly looks a bit frustrated and just sighs.
I look to Tatum. Then I look to Rose. Then I look to the guy. Very well then. And she starts going out.
Rhodes would
And
probably like
Will
grab
follows.
off the shelf like hunting camera if there's one.
You grab a camera.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna steal it.
So you look at the goods on the shelf. I'm not gonna have you roll since the others have already succeeded at this. I can just allow you to notice. The same thing. You grab the camera. You look at it. Look at the price. Seems pretty okay. You go up to the counter, put it down, and the guy begins checking the item out. Tatum and Margot, do you just leave, or?
Yeah, I'll follow Margaret,
Okay.
making sure to look too suspicious.
Alright. So the two of you leave. As the door opens, once again you hear that electronic sound. And door closes behind you. Rhodes, as you make the purchase, the guy tries to scan the box and gets a bit frustrated that the scanner for some reason isn't working. So he turns it around, clicks on the computer, and looks a bit frustrated. Seems to hold his hand out. How familiar are you with machines, Rhodes?
Technology 3.
Yeah, so you notice that he basically noticed that the computer was turned off, so he's turning the computer on. And after he does so, he types in the code, looking at the back of the item, presses enter, and says, "All right, that'll be $14.99, please."
Much obliged. I'll give him like $20.
He takes the 20, opens the cash register, and looks for a moment and says, "One moment." He puts your $20 on the table and reaches for his own wallet, takes $5, puts it on the table, takes 1 cent, puts it on the table, slides it your way, and takes your $20, putting it on the cash register, and closes it. Have a good day, sir. night, I guess.
More like good night. Yeah. I'll just take the camera and to leave. Like I'll leave the box. $5.
Mm-hmm. He looks to the money, looks to you, and well, you turn around so you don't see what happens. And you simply leave. Once again, you open the door, dun, dun, and off you go.
I'll probably find those two like a bit further away.
Yeah. But I assume you guys reunite. Yeah.
So that fellow over there didn't have his computer turned on, nor did he have any cash in the register.
Well, that just confirms the shop is a fucking front. I mean, the website said that it was temporarily closed, but we walked in like nothing.
Yeah, something definitely is fishy in there. He's hiding something, for sure.
Yeah, but we can't really, like, break in, right? I can't really push him to the wall and question him.
We can.
Oh, you
Not
want to
real
do
legal.
this? Yeah, but...
That's probably not the best idea, especially since, well, other people passing by could call the cops on us.
Exactly. Listen, let's...
I'll check my clock. Like, what's the time?
All right. Checking your watch. I need Margot and Tatum to make a perception and alertness roll, please. Difficulty is 7, unless you have any paranoia or attentiveness specialties. Rhodes, as you check your watch.
2 successes.
As you check your watch, you see that it's about 1:45
It's 2
I'm gonna get
successes.
3 success. Oh, 2.
Yeah, and Tatum.
Yeah, rolling. I see something.
Okay, so
Back your old.
both got 2 successes.
He does see something.
Both got 2 successes. This is funny. As Rhodes looks at his watch, both of you notice, right for a brief moment, and you try not to make too much of a fuss about it, that on the other side of the road, walking down the street, is the same small man that handled your dosages.
Really?
And he seems to be, as he walks down the road, he glances towards you and continues walking forward.
Uh-huh. Margot glances at Tatum with with one eyebrow raised.
Tatum also looks at you with an eyebrow raised also.
Margot does a light shrug with her shoulders.
Tatum just looks at her with his eyes, makes a movement that seems to say, "Follow him."
Uh-huh.
Question
Well,
mark.
he's
I'm in
starts-
position to ask questions right now.
What?
Am I in position to ask questions right now?
Well, you were next
Or-
to us.
No,
But you-
not physically. Like
What do you
Rhodes
mean?
ask basically what he means is like should I ask questions now or not now?
Well, Tatum starts walking off somewhere, and Margot is following him, so,
Okay.
All right. So you are starting to follow the guy, yeah?
Well, not exactly. I said I made some eye movements to seem to be like saying, should we follow him?
Ah,
Not that he's actually following him.
well, then Margot did not understand. She just, like, looked confused. I mean, he
So,
was on the other side of the road. You can whisper now.
so Tatum whispers, should we follow him?
I mean, is that our task? Are we being paid for that?
No, but don't you find it suspicious that he's, well, here?
Yeah, but he didn't exactly hide his presence, did he?
He didn't. At the same time, it doesn't mean that he's not here on business. It could
Yeah,
be
and or he
us,
could be
or
living here somewhere.
true, or it could also
Roads.
mean that he's a spy, a corporate spy, perhaps,
Yeah,
of some sort.
Roads. While they are talking.
Yep.
Perception alertness, please.
Okay.
The others, please proceed.
Listen, he looks at us, you know, like he didn't try to hide. Like, he met my gaze. I was looking at him, he was looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
That does not seem like something that is done by somebody who's, like, spying, whether on you or the company or whatever. That looks like a colleague who's working home. It's midnight.
All right.
Okay?
So, as
Mhm.
you say this, Margot, Rhodes, you glance at the guy. You see him once again glancing back at you. And he seems to be typing something on his phone. And he's walking in past this division between two buildings, like a small alleyway between two buildings. For a moment, you turn to Margot, and then when you turn back, the man's gone. And because you got a pretty good roll, you hear sounds that many would just ignore as, random sounds that you hear on the street. You've been in enough conflicts to know the sounds of a very brief struggle with a very brisk end.
Sabbat just got hurt, so
Who?
probably him.
Oh, well, now we should definitely follow him. Where is he? Where did he go?
Alleyway, I believe.
Okay, let's go then. And Margot sets off jogging lightly towards the area.
Let's commit jaywalking.
You commit the most atrocious of crimes, and you jaywalk
Yes.
across the very inactive, very empty road.
Yes.
And as you cross the street and begin going to the alley, what is your approach to the alleyway?
Well, I probably leave the tactics to Rose.
Second.
What?
Yeah. Just need a second. I'll look at it, kind of walk by, giving it a side glance.
Okay.
If I see anything suspicious.
As you glance into the alleyway, it's very dark, so it's very difficult to see. You see sort of like a shape against the wall behind a couple of dumpsters.
Well, if he's already walking past it, right?
Alleyway, he goes by that way.
Yeah, he's not
Yeah,
going
but
into the alley, he's going by.
No. It's just like I thought that if we're going to go into the alleyway, given the fact that it was weird, I thought he's going to maybe, that he might actually just tell us to go from angles or something like that, and peek in. But he made it really obvious, so
All right. Well,
Yeah, when I see there's nothing, no fighting going on, I'll go back.
Well, as you walk by, this is what I was trying to describe. You see a very vague silhouette from the light of the other side of the alleyway. You see the very vague silhouette of two people, maybe, or just one person who's a bit bigger. Right beside a few dumpsters, you only see like the top half. And as you're about to finish walking past the alleyway, you hear a very brief screeching sound, the same type of screeching you heard in your nightmare. As you see one of the people put a very long hand on the wall and scratch the bricks.
Do I hear the screechings?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm taking my gun and I'm pointing the light into the alleyway.
Yeah.
You point your light into the alleyway?
Yes, I have the light on my hand, like for gun, like for pointing guns in.
As soon as you point the light and your gun into the alleyway, you see this figure with a hoodie that turns to you, and you see this shimmering reflection in its eyes. You recognize the figure from your previous encounter that left Tatum with a cracked jaw. And as soon as he sees you, you see him elbow the guy in the face, crushing his head against the wall, and then he sprints down the alleyway. And I need everyone, as you shoot, I need everyone to make a quick stamina and awareness roll. Margot, you may make your dex and firearms roll afterwards. If you get...
Stamina and awareness?
Yes.
I have no awareness.
I guess the difficulty's a bit higher.
For talents now.
And I succeed. Ha.
Okay. So you may make your roll without any difficulty.
4 successes.
Modifier.
And yeah, I'm gonna shoot as well.
Okay.
I have lightning reflexes, baby.
Oh my god, it's a bot.
Fuck. Okay, do I add lightning reflexes?
Yeah, because it's like a reactive thing. So yeah.
Let's go.
I have a bot.
I know.
Oh my god. I have 4 successes.
Okay, both of you make your damage rolls. Margot, treat each one as a success. Like a success, so basically the number of ones minus 1, that's what you add as for damage.
What's my... I roll for damage with firearms?
What type of
Yes.
pistol you have?
So
Like
it's just...
9 mil?
That is up to Margot to decide. We have a document on Discord with the damage types.
Okay, just tell me the average one. I don't want to look at the documents
4.
right now.
4 is for light pistol, 5 is for heavier.
Okay, light it is.
For me, it's B7 damage.
Please, no damage. Why?
Please, yes, damage.
2 damage on my
2
bot.
damage.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so while you aim down the alleyway and you see this fucking figure just bolt in the other direction, you find yourselves having a hard time focusing on the target, but before you lose him, you pull the trigger. One of the shots, and neither of you can tell which shot does this, so neither of you knows who hit what. One of the shots,
who did.
out of character, but in character you don't. One of the shots makes the creature yelp in pain and fall to the ground. The other shot causes a commotion on the street beyond the alleyway as you begin hearing a woman screaming and people panicking.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit. Mario basically runs to the guy, like to their colleague, and basically tells Tatum and Rose, "Come on, help me get him up. We need to get the fuck out of here."
Hey. I'll
Tatum get him up, but he also gives a look what's happening with the other shot. What happened exactly?
Looking to the street beyond the alley, you see a woman tending to a man on the ground. This woman looks to be either late teens or very early 20s, and the guy seems about her age as well. The man is on the ground. He's not moving, and she is basically putting pressure on his chest, holding his head and crying and kind of begging him to react. And there are a bunch of people running away from the situation, and an old lady near them is on the phone calling someone.
Tatum
Please,
looks
now.
Margot and says, "I'm going to
Keys.
try to help the person you guys."
Okay,
him out.
just don't basically. Fuck. Just
Margot,
basically
listen here.
don't. Yeah.
Keys, gun, bows, now.
Okay, let's. Yeah, you go. We're gonna go now. Okay. We'll pick you up in a bit. Okay.
And Tatum goes running immediately to try to save that person.
All right, Tatum, you may make a wits and medicine roll. I would normally apply a bit of difficulty modifiers because it's a very intense situation. However, this is not something you are not used to doing. It was literally your entire, military career. It is your current career to some extent because you volunteer at Alzai. So this is not out of the ordinary for you.
So yeah, he immediately goes in barging. I'm a doctor, and he will begin immediately trying to make a emergency repair.
Mm-hmm.
Try to stop the bleeding, most of it.
And don't worry, I remember that you have first aid kits with you, so don't you worry.
So yeah, Alyssa.
Okay. I will give you your results in a bit. Margot and Rhodes.
Yeah.
Margot, you give the keys and the gun to Rhodes, yeah?
I mean, are we not picking up our colleague and getting out of a fucking
You
alleyway?
do that, I'm a getaway driver now.
Okay.
All right. Well, Margot, you toss him the keys. Do you give him your gun?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You toss him both your keys and your gun, and Rhodes bolts. Rhodes, I need you to roll Dex and Athletics to see how quickly you make it to the car. In the meantime, Margot, as you approach your colleague, his face is very, very deformed and covered in blood. He looks like that one hit broke probably all of the bones in his face. He's
Shit.
unconscious, but you check his pulse. He has one. Very
Okay,
faint pulse, but he does have a pulse.
I'm basically. Actually, I won't be able to raise him on my own. So, like, before Rose leaves, I'm gonna say, I won't be able to pick him up if he's unconscious.
Bring the car now, then we'll figure it out.
Well, then go on. Well, I don't want to be like, listen, just like, help me get him out of this alley first.
Hey, I suppose we're bringing him together.
Okay,
Yeah, do that.
so both of you begin lifting him. As you do, You hear this dragging metallic sound as the creature you hit with your shot is on the floor. He basically got knocked down by the gunshot. He's on the floor dragging a sewer lid open. And once in a while he looks back and says, "I'll deal with you later."
Fuck.
See, let's get the fuck out of here with him right now.
Right. As we were.
Okay.
You wanted to leave me here alone?
As you run off with this colleague of yours down the road, Tatum, we come back to you. At this point, you've done what was possible. You took some bandages and you made sure to stuff the wound after removing the bullet. And you're applying pressure. And you asked the woman to essentially keep track of his pulse. She's nervous and a bit shocked, but she's following your instructions. Your hands are covered in his blood. The situation is not looking good. Every time you think you have the situation under control, he shifts a bit, and that's all it takes, and you feel a spew of blood hitting your hand, and you would reapply pressure. And then you start hearing sirens approaching in the distance. Do you stay or do you leave?
And do you keep the bullet?
God
Oh,
damn.
it's not like he's gonna be able to pull it out on the
Oh,
street.
he did. He has a first aid kit, so he
Oh.
has the gear to do this.
No.
He used to be a combat doctor. He's trained for this shit.
Run, sucker.
I ask a gentleman to
There's only
come up
the
and-
girl and the old lady.
there's no one else on the street.
Most other people ran away because 2 guns went off. And they don't want to get shot.
2 shots.
Sure.
My question is, what is his chances of survival if I leave?
If someone keeps pressure on the wound, he's likely to survive if the ambulance that shows up takes good care of him. If they know what they're doing, which you kind of have to trust. You've seen soldiers survive the same shit in the middle of a battlefield if you took care of them as best you could. So it's not impossible that he'll survive. That said, he's not a soldier, so he's not like very extremely physically fit. He's not like he looks a bit out of shape. It's a bit of a... There's a serious chance he'll die, but there's also a chance he'll live.
There is no way I can hide the bullet, right?
I mean, you've taken the bullet out. You can take the bullet with you if you want.
But the serial number isn't on the bullet, but the casing on the bullet, so it would be still where it was shot from.
Yes.
So there is no point in me hiding the bullet. Just
It also has
fair.
fingerprints. Don't worry. We have collective firearms of 7, I believe. We
Yeah,
can pick up 2 casings.
as long as technically there is nothing that can link up to us, I guess I'll stay there and try to keep him alive.
Well, tell you what. Because you are trained to some extent on this, make me a wits and medicine roll, please.
I will use the willpower on this. I'm gonna just
Okay.
say that much. So yeah.
All right. So,
That's at least 3 successes.
as soon as the guns went off and you saw that the civilian was hit, your brain immediately went into work mode, like the same mindset you had back in the field, and you take care of him as best you can. However, as you remove the bullet, it occurs to you that, you know, it's best if this shit isn't tracked to your team. And so as you take the bullet out, you make sure, while you're applying pressure, to keep the bullet in your hand, and you constantly fiddle with it and rub at it. So if there were any surviving prints, any surviving indications of who the bullet originally belonged to, you just smudged them and made them useless for the authorities.
Mm-hmm. Then I guess I'll stay and try to keep him alive, at least until the ambulance comes.
All right. And after a moment or two of waiting and allowing the sirens to approach, the ambulance stops along with a cop car, and the doctors take the man in along with his girlfriend, and they look to you and ask you, are you a family member?
No, I'm just professionally trained to...
What's his current condition? What can you tell us?
He was shot. I had taken out the bullet, managed to stop most of the bleeding, but he's still in a high-risk area, so we should get him into the hospital immediately.
Okay, we'll handle that. Just leave the bullet on the ground and get cleaned up. And they get into the ambulance, and the ambulance speeds off. Meanwhile, the cops begin to examine the area. One of them looks to you and says, "Where did the shot come from?"
I have no idea. I wasn't paying too much attention at the time. I just ran towards the scream when I heard it, her scream, and he points to the woman that's probably with the guy going to the ambulance.
All right.
And I saw him fall down and tried my best to do what I could.
All right. Have you heard any shooting since then?
No.
Okay. He looks to you and to the old lady and says, if I may, I would ask you both to get in our vehicle. We'll take you in just to get some witness statements and ask a few questions, and then you'll be free to go.
Question. Did I see anyone that probably saw me coming from the alley where the shots came from?
I mean, the old lady might.
Or might not.
Ah, fuck. If I try to leave now, it would be too fucking suspicious. So I'll go with them.
Mm-hmm. And you get in the car. And as both the police vehicle and the vehicle with Margot Rhodes and their colleague leave the scene, we will take a short break. We will return in about 15 minutes. We'll see you very soon. Welcome back. We join Tatum as he finishes giving his statement to the police, and the policeman sitting with him, taking notes, looks to him and says, "So you really didn't see anything?"
Like I said before, the only thing I saw was that man on the ground, and I went to help him immediately. I did not pay attention to anything else other than that.
Okay. Wait here a moment. Be right back. The woman flips the notebook shut, gets up, and leaves the room. And shortly after, she enters the room and says, "You're free to go, sir. However, don't leave town. We have to open a murder investigation now."
What do you mean, murder?
He did not make it. I'm sorry to say.
Tatum looks slightly shocked, but not, that surprised. Like he was perhaps expecting it, but he does look very frustrated. I see. Very well, I'll stay in town. Keep in
Of course.
touch if you guys call me or need anything else.
We'll reach out. Try to get some rest. It's been a long day.
Yeah, it's been quite a long day. And
as you begin leaving, walking past her, you make your way out of the police station through the lobby, and as you do so, you see the old lady sitting in one of the waiting chairs on the phone with someone, kind of talking with a bit of a sad expression. And at one point, I would like you to roll perception and empathy to see if you notice this. Motives does not apply, but attentive does.
yes.
All right. As you leave police station, you notice that one of the cops at the front desk seems to have his eyes basically locked onto you. Every time you notice him, he kind of looks away. He looks like he's way more interested in you than he should.
Okay, this is not a good sign. By the way, did they take my phone or anything along those lines?
No, they allowed you to keep your stuff. You're there to give a witness statement, not really you weren't being interrogated or anything. You weren't under arrest, so you got to keep your stuff.
Mm-hmm. During that time, was the old lady like family to the guy or something? Or was she just a bystander as
She
well?
was a bystander, from what you could tell.
Okay, then I will take my leave, and I will slowly start walking in a random direction towards the center of the city.
All right.
I will also make sure that I'm not being followed by any chance or anyone.
All right. Kindly roll me perception and alertness, please. Okay. As far as you can tell, as you walk for about 15, 30 minutes, you are not being followed.
Tatum will send a message to Margot saying where he is, telling her to pick him up somewhere nearby.
Okay.
They have to talk.
Right.
I mean, how much time has passed since then?
A
Since we
few
left him?
hours. Few hours. You've already
Okay,
delivered
well-
the worker to Alzai. I would assume that's where you're taking him. Yeah. And you're allowed to tell me what you did otherwise.
Well, we would have like reported what happened to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Kian.
Probably
Or-
disposed of.
Probably
cases as well.
you'd manage to reach one of his, like one of the people under him. But you wouldn't be able to like reach Kian specifically right now.
Yeah, like, wait. Biggest concern is disposing of casings.
Yeah, well, I would assume that you took them when you left, so Rhodes is enough, like, it has enough experience about this shit that
Yeah.
he doesn't let
Mother
the
sells
fucking
sword.
workers of the government corrupt his goddamn country.
Sounds about right, my man.
Hoorah! Anyway,
Right.
so yeah,
So, yeah,
Margot,
we
you
just, like,
received the
dispose.
message.
Yeah,
Could
so when
just
we
get
receive
a
the message,
taxi.
yeah, maybe he can get a taxi to Alzai.
Guess a block or two away. Believe you don't really have much experience in shooting in the field, right?
I have plenty. Look, we don't know who's the one who hit us. Who hit
Yeah,
the guy. Like,
but
honestly,
it's
that's... Yeah, look. Miguel did say we don't know whose bullet hit the guy.
In character,
So-
neither of you know.
Yeah, but like Rhodes is ex-marine. He
So-
doesn't know her military background.
Very true. Rhodes might make the assumption, but for sure, he
No,
does not know.
he's not blaming. He's asking if she had like a lot of experience shooting in the field.
Plenty of experience shooting, okay? I'm very confident in my knowledge. It could have...
I ain't blaming you.
Sounds like it.
Not really. I'm asking if you.
Listen,
Regardless, we just gotta be more careful. Both of us.
obviously.
And that fucker wasn't supposed to go into the fucking sewer.
Well, that's where he will hunt you first.
People don't really get up from getting shot by 9mm.
Well, I suppose.
Like he just gets his gun out, pulls the slide back, and like the bullet's that yay big. That packs a fucking punch.
I suppose.
So
Yeah.
Yep.
If there's a shooting range, we can practice. Friendly competition, mayhaps.
Not right now.
Alright. Roads will go there.
I realized OBS wasn't recording my mic. But that's fine. So yes, Margot is in the lab. Rhodes is in the shooting range. Eventually, Tatum makes his way to Owl's Eye. Walking in through the front door, you approach the front desk at the lobby as the woman looks up to you and says, "Mr. Tatum, I believe Mr. Kean has requested you and your team to join him in the office you've been assigned. If you could get your team together."
Tatum grabs his phone and quickly sends a text to both of them saying he wants to talk to us. Meet us at that room again. And sends to both Margot and Mike.
Rhodes probably doesn't even have the phone that can like send react. So he's like, okay, and goes.
Right. You eventually meet on the door to the restricted area, to your, your proper offices. You get in the elevator together, and it begins moving up. You have about a few seconds to talk before reaching your floor.
No, it's okay.
All right.
Tatum does not look at Margot, but he does say this. You know he died, right?
No.
You better not mess up or other people could get.
Why are
Right.
you looking at me again?
Tatum is saying, well, not looking at you.
Okay, you just said that. She said that to Margot.
I assumed
Yeah.
he was talking more like to both of us.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, if he's talking to both of us, Margot's like, obviously.
The elevator stops, and the doors slide open. You see the door to your office up ahead.
So,
Nice and about to do it. And Rose just walk in.
All right. Rhodes, as you open the door and walk inside, you see Kian with one of those, essentially one of those bouncy balls, basically tossing it at the wall of the office, grabbing it, and just on one of these chairs with wheels and yeah. He basically tosses it, grabs it, then looks to you three and says, "Hey guys, have a seat," and continues tossing the ball.
Margot sits down and is like, we've had an accident today.
You did? What kind of accident?
Well, we saw So one of our colleagues, the guy who brought us today, the dosage, like, we saw him getting caught or something. And this was the same guy that we saw in the sewers. We took the shot, but one was missed.
Hmm.
It hit a guy. He
Okay,
died.
but did you get the guy you were after?
No, he got into the sewers.
See, that's a bigger problem here. Because if he escapes, we might lose way more people.
A kid died.
Well, I'm not discounting that. And he basically puts the ball on the table and turns to you. I'm not discounting that. I'm saying that if we don't capture this motherfucker, that kid will be the first of many deaths.
He didn't kill the kid, though.
He didn't. Why did the kid get shot?
Why did he go after our colleague? The short guy. And is he okay? Like, he looked like most of his face was broken.
He'll be fine. Don't worry. We got him on some of the same stimulants you took, so he should be up and about this afternoon.
I see.
I am more concerned about the fact of his state, which, you know, it was normal a few seconds ago, and then we heard a scream, and then his face was smashed in, which is very fucking weird.
I saw the guy's face.
Someone using steroids, they
No,
can't
look.
do that. Bitch.
Tatum, do you remember getting smacked by this guy? Yeah, he fucking elbowed him in the face. I saw it.
Yeah, that was still acceptable to be expected. Perhaps a fracture, depending on the force. It's not like I was paying much attention when he did it, so...
Tell me something,
normal.
Tatum. Does your jaw still hurt?
Tatum kind of moves his jaw around. Does it still hurt?
No, not at all. It's not even swollen anymore.
No.
It's almost like those stimulants I gave you were given for a reason.
Tatum looks now very fucking worried.
Oh, don't worry. It's gonna be fine. It generally doesn't do anything your body couldn't do anyway. It just helps it along.
I see.
Okay, so you mean to tell us you have a miracle drug, and it isn't the public, and it's perfectly safe, and you expect me not to feel worried?
Well, it's very expensive to make. Otherwise, we'd give it to all our soldiers, wouldn't we?
How expensive?
Let's say... How much do you make a month, on average?
You know how much it make a month, we just recently.
Yeah. Imagine if you had to invest a year of your salary to get 3 dosages of this.
I see.
That's a lot.
It is. And we offered each of you 3 dosages. Just because Rhodes decided not to take it doesn't mean it wasn't expensive. Those dosages Rhodes decided not to take are going to someone else.
Do I know this is mostly bullshit from my medical knowledge?
you may roll int and medicine to see if you can kind of guess. However, if you want to know if he's showing any physical signs of lying, you can roll perception empathy, or if you got dots in finance, intelligence finance.
Why now? Nope.
Mm.
And I don't have empathy as well, so.
I don't even roll. I'm way too indoctrinated.
Yeah, I was just checking, like, as a player.
Intelligence medicine.
Sorry, Tatum, repeat, please.
Intelligence medicine.
Intelligence medicine. Okay, so you know that medications, no matter how life-saving they are, once you know how to make it, you can create circumstances that make it dirt cheap to make. That goes for most medications nowadays. Usually the reason why medication costs more, especially in America, is because the price is inflated artificially. Because if it can make money, people will want to make money off of it. It wouldn't surprise you that if the medicine was to some extent known to be medication to outside sources, that the price would be jacked up to shit. However, how secretive he's being, you'd find it very weird if it was that by itself. It might be something else.
But the medical role was mostly for another reason. The fact that I saw the guy's face, right? It was very fucking beat up, right?
Yeah. Like one hit broke most of the bones in his face. He would not get up and walk around that afternoon.
He will probably never walk correctly, most likely, depending on how badly his head was hurt.
Yeah, it might be that he would not be able to balance himself ever again. But according to Kian, he's gonna get up that afternoon. You don't really know any chemicals that do this.
Yeah. I say nothing more, but I keep staring at him like he's spouting a lot of bullshit.
Can't wait for the guy to show up tomorrow with a third dosage.
Well, I was here mostly to get an update on the mission, and I think I got the information I needed.
The shop is a front. The shop is a front.
All right. What else?
Like, there's dust everywhere. The website said the shop is closed, but we walked in time, which means we're doing some business and expecting some customers. But all the products are, like, severely outdated. And, like, the current owner, by the way, is so sporadically active. Usually only when there's, like, shit going down. Like the drug epidemic, the whole Santa Monica shit show. Like when the nuclear plant, that's when he's actually active on forums. He goes online and he's like, hey, do you think this is like the government doing or something like that? And then otherwise he's not active. And just recently he said the shop is temporarily closed, but we walked in fine. Rose bought something, but then he said there was no money in the fucking cash machine or anything.
So definitely a front. Okay. This is good information. You guys have done well.
We didn't expect to see that freak there, though.
I don't think he expected you to see him either.
Well, I mean, we didn't expect to see the short guy. Whatever his name is. We just heard the commotion.
Tatum, can you do me a favor?
Yeah?
Go to the infirmary, check on your colleague.
Tatum nods and proceeds to go to the infirmary.
Mm-hmm. As Tatum leaves the room, Kian looks to Margot and Rhodes and nudges his head towards the door. Make sure that's closed.
Okay. Margot closes the door.
Given that you are loyal to Alzai, I've seen fit to give both of you the promotion, which comes with quite a bit of confidential information. Now, this is not final. I'm not the only one making decisions in this building. But when it comes to voting for your performance, I'm voting for both of you to get that promotion. We'll know the results probably in the coming days.
I see.
With my vote, I'm allowed to divulge some of the intel that we've kept from you for good reason. You're not looking for one individual alone. You are looking for an active individual of this larger organization. And the
Terrorist
reason...
organization?
Hmm?
Terrorist? Crime? Organized crime?
As odd as this might sound, think of it more like a conspiracy. There are members of them within the government, within the police force, basically everywhere. And the reason why this one member you've seen looks so misshapen is because of the way you joined that group. They do something to you that gives you quite a few advantages.
That doesn't seem like an advantage.
Well, did one of your shots hit him by any chance?
Yeah.
I'm guessing he didn't stay down.
No.
Not
Crawled into
wrong.
the sewers.
See, that's one of the advantages. There are others. The technology you've been developing, Margot, it's not to combat other technology. It's to combat one of these advantages. They can...
Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen it.
Yeah. It doesn't trick machines, but it tricks the human mind. Which is probably why you've been having trouble spotting him. But I can promise you, him and his allies have seen more of you than you might expect.
Oh,
They
fuck.
don't get into this building because I secured it. But outside of this building, expect that someone's listening to you every second. And I'm starting to think Tatum might not be loyal enough to Alzai to be trusted.
Do you think he's leaking information?
Not necessarily, but I don't think he would be above that if he saw it benefited what he considers the greater good. I think he's just misinformed.
I see.
Oh, he basically on probation.
Without him knowing.
Makes sense.
Now, Kian looks to his wrist and taps it and looks a bit confused at it. Clicks it again. Okay, here we go. So from this doohickey the tech guys have given me, it seems that Tatum is in the infirmary right now. So we have some time if you have questions.
What happened with that hard drive? Am I gonna get...
We decoded it. and we've managed to get some information out of it. But be thankful you didn't read it yet. Once you get the promotion, you'll be given all of that information. I hope you understand why we keep these details secretive. Had you been told any of this 2 days ago, do you think you'd be mentally prepared to deal with it without seeing it?
I mean, I'm mentally prepared well enough for things.
I see that. Still, let's wait until...
Anything particular we might need from that drive to know?
Yeah, like at least like for
Locations,
the
names.
current investigation.
There is a location. And for this one, we will give you access to the heavier gear, because I expect you'll find some resistance.
I see. Are we gonna get some other support, or is it just gonna be the three of us?
You're not going to need more support. Persephone will handle the details.
Okay. I didn't realize I'm a scientist, not a Black Ops.
You're a scientist, which is why I need you on this mission. A lot of that gear needs a specialist to maintain and use it. Plus, we both know that you are very well equipped to handle a gun if need be.
Margot just like does a little like, you know, like not an eye roll of annoyance, just like, I know, but I'm still not like a soldier, you know. Like it's more like you're like, I don't like the fact that you're speaking sense.
I don't like the fact that you're making sense.
I don't like agreeing with you, you fuck.
You fucking ventru.
He doesn't know he's
Yeah. I
Plus,
can
he
handle
pays
the
her good
guns.
money. Plus, he pays her good money. Come on.
I can handle the guns, man.
I can also handle
And
the
you
gun.
handle your part.
I'm sorry, I will be handling guns too, Rhodes. You still don't know if it was your shot that hit the guy or not.
So that's why I'm in front doing the shooting and
Are you sure you want
probably
to be
getting in the
in...
face, and you're doing your science stuff because I have no fucking idea about that.
You'll also be
Yeah, I'll put the
given...
guns.
You'll also be given access to some new tech we've developed for drones. So it might be the case that
For
you're
what?
not even stepping in yourselves.
Oh, for drones. Okay.
But we'll see. Now, Tatum is currently coming up the elevator, so cheer up. And just keep the conversation between the three of you discreet.
Uh-huh.
Oh, apologies. Right. And as he says this, Tatum walks in.
No, I do have a question.
Yes?
What did I see?
So you saw that the guy is bandaged up on a bed. He's conscious and he can understand you and he nods, but he can't talk yet. He doesn't look like he's gonna get up anytime soon. Right.
I see.
So, since Tatum is back, I trust that you'll be able to give him all the info I just gave you. Prepare yourselves for what's coming. And once you're back, I trust the three of you will make for amazing members.
So we're going to that new location.
Well, it's the next place you're going to, yeah.
Okay.
Unless you want to examine another spot.
I mean, I don't feel like going to the nuclear station today.
Okay, so I'll leave it up to you. Your plan You got independence. Tatum, it was nice seeing the three of you. He gets up, takes the bouncy ball, tosses it up and grabs it in his hand, and tosses it in Rhodes' direction, and then says, I look forward to hearing from you in the future.
Here's the moon. I believe so, sure.
And he walks out of the office.
Right then, there was like a new location, unencrypted from the drive. We have the details in our computers. And we're gonna get some gear for that, so... yeah. How's our colleague?
Looking like he's not going to get up anytime soon. So,
He's lucky to be
finish-
alive.
did you finish all the bullshit talk you were saying?
Yeah, we did. We got in for the new location. Well, we got told about the new location and that we're gonna have some gear, more powerful gear to handle it. So I assume it might be a bit more dangerous. But it's connected to the same guy we saw who got into the sewers. So let's go to the office and check out what we got.
Let's go indeed.
Tatum looks incredibly annoyed, but he just falls silently.
Is something wrong, Tatum?
Yeah, this whole place seems wrong. It's too weird. If there are terrorists here in the US, why the fuck would they send a small enterprise instead of sending the army, for example?
Why do you think it's terrorist?
Well, who else would try to blow up a whole?
We
Well-
have never investigated the nuclear state, the nuclear station.
Also, something feels way off. Like this whole thing. First, we find the guy that apparently has leprosy or something. When I check his blood, everything seems normal. Then we have this weird drink that apparently can cure the guy's face in
Yeah, but it
hours.
didn't. It didn't, did it?
I have no idea.
Like you just said it yourself. He looks like he's not getting up soon. I'm sure whatever Kian said was a hyperbole. Like, sure, you got like a swollen face, but swellings can go down quicker if you've got like with a faster metabolism, like with the right meds, etc. Like, I can understand what you had healing quicker.
Also, it seems like they have eyes everywhere. I mean, hell, I was being watched in the police station.
Are you sure you were being watched by our people?
No, I'm pretty sure an officer kept an eye on me. Like, way too interested in me, kind of eye.
Yeah, but okay, Tatum, are you not from? You're in STEM. You studied STEM, right? You studied STEM. You have an
I
actual
studied
degree.
medicine,
You studied
yeah.
science, okay? What you're doing right now, you're pulling things. You're basically like pushing facts to make a fucking theory without actual proof.
And
This
we
is
are
not
just
scientific. No,
And
it's
we're
not fine,
telling
but
orders
I'm
to
sorry.
someone that we don't know what his motives are.
I'm not fine with that dude who apparently stalking us. And our colleague got hurt today because of that.
What do you mean stalking us?
Oh, well, do you think, like, the guy, like, on accident showed up where we were, investigating, like, a shop, which is the front?
Well, aren't you more interested to why that guy was there to begin with? Our colleague?
Like I said, he might have gone home.
Yeah, right. How about we dig into that information then?
Ah,
If he was
listen,
going
you
home,
can
that would be
listen.
somewhere.
You can go and chase up Kian and ask why the colleague was there. Was he spying on us? You can go do that. Like I said, if he was spying on us, this is a mercenary company. If he was spying on us, we would have never known. Honestly, you're saying there's all these eyes on us, but then you're assuming this guy who literally never bothered even hiding from us was there to spy on us. Do you not see how illogical that is? Marco's like getting really frustrated because while there is like, like this new info that King gave her, right? Tatum's, assumptions to her make so little sense. Like, the colleague was spying on them, but then he literally never bothered hiding himself. He wasn't even, like, wearing a disguise or a hoodie or something. He walked past them and looked at them. Didn't even turn away. Like, that is not something that, people do when they're actually trying to hide their presence and spy on someone.
Yeah, but I also don't believe in coincidence.
Yeah, you don't believe coincidence, but then you're also assigning value and meaning to things that might be just random chance. That is not how science works.
Look. Fine. Whatever. Let's just try not to shoot anyone else that is not the target. Or the target.
Yeah. Obviously, that's a plan. But you've seen what an elbow from this dude did to our colleague. Now, are we done here? Can we go and investigate, like, with the new information?
Sure, whatever.
Look, I'm just as upset about the kid as you are.
I just don't like being kept in the dark. Last time that happened, it doesn't really matter. Not like it affected you guys at all. So let's just go and do whatever business we need to do tonight.
We have this location.
Let's see it.
Well, Margot starts walking to the secure zone.
Right.
And once there, she's going to ask Persephone to reveal all information about the location as well as what new tech that they get.
So you see that as soon as you say Persephone's name, the screen in the room, that symbol pops up in the corner, and there's the Persephone icon. Seems she's listening in. What is the question you ask?
We've been given information about a new location that we're meant to investigate. Can you please, like, that is relevant to our investigation? Can you please provide all the details about that?
There is a moment of it seems to be processing, and then Persephone speaks. Of course. The location is under Hollywood. In the Hollywood sewers.
Under- Okay, anything else?
It is an unregistered section of the Hollywood sewers, not even within the public workers' maps. The location seems to be heavily guarded, even though...
Guarded.
Yes, guarded.
By whom?
From the information we've managed to recover with some of our recon tech, there is at least one camera looking out, along with a remotely controlled weapon.
I see. Kian said we're getting some tech to deal with that.
Of course. Would you like to proceed to the armory?
Can you just give an overview first here?
Of course I can. And the screen lights up with essentially the display moves, and you see a live feed of the armory. You see a few drawers open up, and as each drawer opens up and lights up and shows you...
Okay, when she does that,
Yep.
I say, okay, we'll go to the armory. Never mind. I just thought you were gonna give us, like, what's the battle plan and so on here. But we can do that in the armory.
Of course.
Okay, we go to the armory.
Yep. And as you enter the armory, the displays are already open with very, essentially lit up areas, specifically with the gear you've been allowed to acquire. You see that among that gear is that large exosuit that Rhodes was ogling in the previous visit.
Rose, I think your favorite toy is up for grabs.
You ain't gonna tell me twice.
Yes, the exosuit. This is only Mark II. You will be given Mark III tomorrow, if you wish. Mark III is modular in nature. It comes with armor that has been tested to the extent that it can stop a tank round.
Yes, please.
You will also be able to sacrifice some of the protection for additional firepower if you wish.
I'll consider that.
Of course. Additionally, you will receive the latest in our surveillance and combat drones. And the rack in which the exosuit is hanging rotates a bit, and you see a display, essentially several hanging displays of what first looks like a number of taxidermied bugs, only they are very, very chrome.
Metallically.
Yeah, they're metallic in nature. And Persephone continues. These drones are potentially the smallest surveillance drones ever created. I run them myself. However, manual control may be granted to a user when requested. They only require some maintenance from a trained scientist, and if need be, they can be used in a pinch for assassination or combat.
Assassination?
Yes, would you like a demonstration?
Maybe later.
Of course. Additionally, you will have access to the larger drones we have access to. And the display rotates once more. You see a bunch of gear that's hanging on this rail just swinging by, and eventually it stops at these what look like civilian bot drones. And Persephone continues. While seemingly mundane, these reinforced drones are capable of taking a couple of hits from small arms fire, and they are able to deliver payloads or shoot weapons if need be. Among the payloads they can deliver are high-yield explosives.
So they're military drones, essentially.
The
So you've been
military
learning
does not
from-
have access to this particular model, but they do the same job.
They seem to be
Well,
smaller.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it looks like you've been taking lessons from the Ukrainian army.
To some extent.
Are these manual or?
They can be. Or I can pilot
see.
them for you.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take some of the drones. The place we're going to have surveillance and that weapon. How we meant to say, what type of weapon did it have? Is
Could
it a
you...
turret or?
Oh, the enemy weapon, of course. And the screen flashes with a series of pictures of the weapon in action. You see only flashes. Some of the flashes look like this very bright white light aimed at the camera. However, one of the pictures shows what essentially looks like one of those machine guns that you mount on tanks hanging from the ceiling with a camera, and it all looks very makeshift, like it was put together in someone's garage almost.
I see. I suppose we could probably use the tiny drones to we use the tiny drones to fuck up the camera of the drone, of the enemy weapon.
Potentially. However, with the delay I have operating them from here, I would not be able to do that myself.
Okay, so
Can we
I could do it.
operate smaller drones?
You can.
Yes, we can.
So that's our problem solved.
Okay. Any other cameras in that area?
We have never been able to proceed further than this location.
Well, that's concerning.
We
If
have
them
also
small
never
drones
sent...
can do recon, we are safe-ish.
Okay. Well then, yeah, let's try and handle most of it with the drones, and I guess you'll be our tank, literally. Rose, wearing the exosuit and what not.
More like APC.
What?
APC, armored personal carrier.
Do be aware, Mr. Rhodes. While wearing the exosuit, you will be unable to operate much of the machinery I've just demonstrated.
Would I be able to operate a gun?
If it is mounted on the suit, yes. Or if you choose to go without hand
Somewhat
protection.
lighter. We can... How much time do I need to, like, put the gloves on or whatever the fuck that will be?
To put them on, I would do it for you. To take them off, all you would need to do is press one button within the suit. They would fall off instantly.
That sounds like a straightforward deal. Very well. Armored personal carrier that be.
Right, and any other gear?
There is some gear. However, for you to obtain it, you would need to request it. If there is something you would like to handle, an obstacle, I can diagnose whatever information you give me and recommend something that might help.
Any other medical
Unfortunately,
equipment?
our medical department has not developed as far as our military one.
Oh, probably. Maybe, like, given the fact how hard that guy hits and the weapons. Well, we're not gonna go on with the weapons ourselves, but, like, given his strength and all, maybe Tatum could benefit from something like that could emergency stabilize us.
I
To this,
am not comfortable
To this,
around weapon.
To this, I would answer with a question. Have the three of you been taking the supplements you were offered?
Rhodes hasn't.
Agent Rhodes will need to be careful with how much damage he takes. Both Miss Margot and Mr. Tatum are free to receive some quite hindering hits and still survive.
Darling, that
Yeah.
ain't a good medical advice. But be real.
Avoidance is always preferable.
That sounds better. But hey, wearing the exosuit. You win some, you lose some. Will I be able to get Mark III?
Tomorrow. It is currently
Well,
being printed.
time-wise. Noon, morning, evening, night.
Before the evening.
That works for me.
Any other questions?
I guess not.
Why exactly do we not have to take care so much? Because we took the dosage? It doesn't make medical sense. If it's just supposed to be an energizer, whatnot, or a hands performer.
When Margot quickly excuses herself, and says she'll be right back, and she's gonna go to the lab, right?
Mhm.
Her lab, and take a small scalpel, and do a small cut on her, like, wrist or something.
Okay. You cut your wrist. The cut seems to be quite normal. However, you do notice that as the blood begins to pool, it almost instantly stops. You don't even get a blood drop to fall.
Mm-hmm. I see. She takes it and goes back to the room. Like, she takes a new scalpel, by the way. Goes back to the room and asks Tatum, give me your hand.
By the way, Margot, you notice as you extend your hand to ask for his, the cut is no longer there.
Yeah. Tatum, give me your hand.
Tatum gives her his hand.
He makes a similar, like, just in a similar cut.
Yep, similar results. And Tatum, you know damn well this shit is... You've heard
Not
of
possible.
nothing that does this, basically.
They did say it was a secret development.
Most of the information you have been given is confidential to some extent.
Tatum just needed a small demonstration.
Tatum looks very confused, but says nothing.
Right, and Rose, did you see that?
Yeah. I'm sorry, man, but I still ain't taking stimulants. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'ma take my chances.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we should we should prepare. Miguel, I sent you a message.
I saw. As you begin preparing, the time passes quite steadily, and Rhodes, you feel a bit lightheaded due to all the stress. I'll just need you to roll me stamina.
If I'll ask if anybody needs my help. Otherwise, I'd take a nap.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to handle
good.
it, but you're starting to feel it. And yeah, you begin heading off just as the sun starts to rise. As you walk down the hallway, and this will mainly be cutting to Rhodes by himself. As you walk down the hallway, you once again see Kian, as one of you spotted, for leaving the building. And Kian is engaged in conversation with the same man in the suit. And as they begin to head off into the restricted area, Kian looks to you with a smile and then looks to the guy and seems to say something, nudging his head in your direction. The man glances at you, and you see his face. And as they walk away, you turn to go into the barracks. And out of curiosity, you turn your head back to look at them. You don't see them anymore. They must have gone into a hallway or something.
Yeah.
And for some reason, you can't remember the guy's face. And so you head to the barracks and just allow yourself to fall into bed.
Yeah.
And as Rhodes slowly goes to sleep, we will end this week's session. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you to everyone who spoke in chat. I hope you guys enjoyed. And we'll see you guys next week for the finale of this prelude of Beyond Armageddon.
Bye bye, guys.